From Fox Television, this is Good Day.
Berkeley Prep.
Good afternoon, America. I'm Michael Evanoff here with Larissa Rainey. We're here today to discuss the biases in your media on the controversial issue of the stimulus package.
First, Catherine Ayers will be giving us an overview of the stimulus package, followed by a reporter in the field, Albany Singh, hosting a crossfire between an Economist reporter and a CNN reporter. We'll finish up the segment with an analysis of the media bias in CNN, The New York Times, The Economist, and BBC.
Here's Catherine.
Good afternoon, America. I'm Catherine Ayers, here to give you an overview of the stimulus package. The American government proposed to pass a stimulus package to provide government aid to the faltering U.S. economy. The original bill, proposed at $787 billion, received enough votes, but all of the votes were Democratic. When the bill became $838 billion, it received 3 additional votes from Republicans in Congress. These votes were needed to prevent a filibuster. A debate over the summer of 2009 between Democrats and Republicans discussed the successful effects of the stimulus package. Democrats believe more money was needed for more drastic results. However, Republicans thought the bill was ineffective. Concerns rose about whether the debt would lead to higher interest rates that would undo effects of the package. 6 months after the stimulus package was passed, only a third of the designated money had been used. Economists believe the administration had used taxpayer money without results, and the tax cuts had less of an effective impact because people were saving money instead of spending it. The Obama administration states that though the package is not showing immediate results, it is restoring confidence and will help long-term and support economic recovery over the next 2 years. The administration's goals are to create American jobs, provide relief for families in debt. Republicans believe the bill is flawed, creating harmful effects in the long term. It does not make a big enough impact, and it had a lack of bipartisan approach. Thank you, Catherine, and now to Albany for the crossfire.
Good afternoon, America. I'm Albany Singh, here with journalist Priya from CNN and journalist Samara from The Economist. We're going to start a crossfire right now. If the stimulus package is the way to solve the economic recession, what do you feel would be the best way?
A mutual economic alliance between all nations is necessary to get out of this slump. Consumer spending between nations need to increase because the economy changes very slowly. This process will take time, but eventually things will turn back around.
Well, I think that the stimulus is the best way. The only thing we need to do is have even more financial support from the government. I see no reason to abandon the stimulus program at all.
Next question. What do you think is the biggest problem with the stimulus package?
While the stimulus package is seemingly helpful, many states only get money from this package if they completely restrict federal regulations on how they use the money. Many states oppose to this, so nothing is getting done.
I totally disagree. Stimulus package is actually slowing the economic decline. Instead, we are seeing growth and a reversal in unemployment.
Do you think the stimulus package is actually creating more jobs or just creating false numbers?
The government said that the stimulus package has created 62,000 new full-time jobs. They are counting 125,000 summer part-time jobs for teenagers at 60,000 new jobs. Clearly, this is a twisting around fact.
Of the stimulus package, $750 million was designated to national parks. Using this money for the National Park Project is creating 8,000 new jobs. These jobs are real and not just a fabrication.
Now that crossfire was riveting. Thank you, Priya and Samara. Back to you at the studios.
And now, an overview of media biases.
Overall, it's pretty clear that there is some bad bias in our sources. Several writers for the New York Times like to insert their own opinions. At times, the Times also links to the more conservative side by citing more Republicans than Democrats in their articles. For example, the House Republican leader is cited saying, quote, Democrats said it would immediately create jobs, yet nearly 4 months later, unemployment has continued to climb, and none of their rosy predictions have come true." End quote. For the most part, however, the Times is a good source to look at. They generally look at both sides and are good at running numbers and explaining what exactly the stimulus package does.
Overall, we found BBC to be only mildly biased. Though some articles focused more on Democratic opinions, each article included opinions from both political parties regarding the stimulus package. In the article, "Stimulus Creating Jobs in Tennessee," the BBC media highlights the positive effects of stimulus bills, the stimulus bill. However, they also contrasted the benefits of the stimulus by including negative opinions from Republican senators. BBC does a great job over covering multiple sides of the controversial stimulus package.
The Economist had quite a few obvious examples of mainstream or bandwagon bias, political bias against President Obama's ideals, and even corporate bias, favoring large profitable companies such as General Motors.
CNN articles are very politically biased towards Obama and the stimulus package. Reporters focus on the benefits of the package and rarely ever mention the Republicans' viewpoints.
To rank them, CNN is the most biased, and you should never watch it. The Economist comes next. Our recommendation is to make it one of your last resorts for news coverage. The New York Times and BBC are much better sources to learn from.
That concludes our segment.
Thanks for tuning in, America!
We're here to discuss the biases in your media on the controversial stimulus package. We're here to discuss... I can't read!
Posting a crossfire between CNN reporter and a writer from The Economist. I need to be the
Here's Catherine!
It is restoring confidence, and with the help long-term and support economic recovery over the next 2 years. What did I just say?
Oh my god.
The American government proposed to pass a...
Oh my god.
Good morning.
Oh my.
$750 million was designed to designated to national parks. Using this
Clear your throat and read it at the same time. Do you get it?
like what?
Never mind.
Of the stimulus package, $750 million was designated to national parks. Using this money for the next...
Oh my god.
Now that crossfire was riveting.
Overall, we found BBC to be only mildly biased. Some articles focus more on Democratic opinions.
Bias in our sources. Several writers for the New York Times like to insert their own opinions. The Times also links...
Though some articles focused more on Democratic opinions, each article included opinions from both political parties regarding the stimulus package. In the article, "Stimulus Creating Jobs in Tennessee," the BBC media highlights the positive effects of stimulus bills, the stimulus bill. However, they also contrasted the benefits of the stimulus by including negative opinions from Republican senators. BBC does a great job over covering multiple sides of the controversial stimulus package. That concludes our segment.